today feeling tired, but also hopeful?
You know those mornings when you open your eyes and think, okay, let's do this.
Yeah, we all have days like that. And that's why daily routines are so important.
You know, mornings are interesting because they can feel slow, peaceful, or even a little bit rushed.
Yes, mornings really set the tone for the whole day, and everyone has their own routine.
Today we're talking all about daily routines in simple, clear English.
That's right. And we'll go step by step through a typical day so listeners can learn the most useful everyday verbs.
But before we begin, let's introduce ourselves. I'm Josh, and welcome back to Mr. Learn English.
And I'm Emily, and we're happy to have you here with us today.
Let's start right at the beginning of the day, waking up.
Mmm, that moment when the alarm rings and you don't want to open your eyes yet?
Exactly, but eventually we all wake up, stretch a little, and start the day.
In English, you can simply say, I wake up, or I wake up at 7.
Yes, that's a very useful sentence for beginners.
So, Josh, what time do you usually wake up?
I usually wake up around 6:30, but sometimes I stay in bed for a few minutes because it's cozy.
I understand that feeling. I normally wake up around 7 o'clock, and I also take a moment to breathe before getting up.
After waking up, the next step is usually getting out of bed.
Right? And even that is an important everyday phrase. I get out of bed.
It seems small, but it's something we all do every single day.
After getting out of bed, most people go to the bathroom to start getting ready.
Yes, brushing your teeth and washing your face are very common morning actions.
Exactly. You can say, I brush my teeth or I wash my face. Two simple verbs that learners should know.
Do you brush your teeth right after waking up?
Yes, I do. It helps me feel awake and fresh. What about you?
Same here. Brushing my teeth in the morning always wakes me up.
After the bathroom, many people go to the kitchen to prepare breakfast.
And breakfast doesn't have to be complicated. Something small is fine.
Yes, you can say, I make breakfast or I have breakfast. Both are useful phrases. So, what do you usually have for breakfast, Josh?
I usually have coffee and something simple like toast or cereal.
That sounds nice. I often have tea and maybe some fruit, like a banana or an apple.
Breakfast is different for everyone, but the important thing is the verbs make, eat, drink.
Exactly. Those verbs help beginners talk clearly about their morning.
After breakfast, many people get dressed.
Yes, I get dressed is another great everyday phrase.
And you can also say, I put on my clothes, or I choose my clothes for the day.
Weekday mornings tend to feel busier because many people need to leave the house for work or school.
That's true. So after getting dressed, people often put on their shoes and maybe a jacket.
Two very helpful phrases. I put on my shoes and I put on my jacket.
Then comes a big one, leaving the house.
Yes, I leave the house is such a simple but important expression.
And many people also say, I go to work, which is one of the most common daily sentences ever.
So let's talk about going to work. What is your routine like in the morning?
If I'm going to the office, I grab my bag and head out the door.
And how do you get to work usually?
Sometimes I walk, but often I take a bus because it's more convenient.
That's great vocabulary. Walk, take a bus, take a train.
Yes, all simple verbs that beginners can use.
What about you? How do you go to work?
Sometimes I work from home, but when I go to the office, I usually drive or take a ride.
Both are very natural ways to talk about transportation.
So, once you arrive at work, what do you usually do first?
I usually sit at my desk and check my emails.
Ah, yes, I check my emails is a very useful everyday sentence.
Then I start working on my tasks, writing, preparing things, and organizing my day.
For me, I often begin by opening my computer and looking at my schedule.
Great phrases. I open my computer. I look at my schedule.
Work routines can be a little different for everyone, but the everyday verbs are similar.
Yes, things like sitting, typing, writing, reading, and helping others.
These verbs help you describe your day clearly in English.
Next, we'll talk more about what happens during the day and how we describe lunchtime and afternoon activities.
After a busy morning, most people start getting hungry, and lunchtime becomes the next important part of the day.
Yes, lunchtime feels like a small break, a moment to relax your mind and enjoy something tasty.
In English, you can say I have lunch or I eat lunch. Both are simple and very common.
So, Josh, what do you usually have for lunch on a normal workday?
I usually eat something light, maybe rice with vegetables or a sandwich if I'm in a hurry.
That sounds good. I sometimes bring lunch from home, and other days I eat out with a friend.
Both are great examples. You can say I bring lunch or I eat out.
After lunch, many people feel a little sleepy, especially if the morning was busy.
Oh yes, that after lunch sleepy feeling is very real.
But eventually, you go back to work or to whatever you were doing before lunchtime.
Yes, and in English, you can say I go back to work or I continue my work.
Afternoons can be a mix of focused work and small breaks.
Exactly. Sometimes you work on new tasks, and other times you finish things you started earlier.
You can use verbs like I write, I read, I answer messages, or I help someone.
All of these are simple and useful daily routine phrases.
And slowly, the afternoon moves toward the end of the workday.
Yes, that moment when you feel the day slowing down and you start thinking about home.
In English, you can say I finish work or I get off work.
Two extremely helpful phrases for beginners.
So after finishing work, what do you usually do?
I usually head home and take a moment to relax before doing anything else.
That sounds nice. For me, I like to sit down for a few minutes and breathe.
That's such a healthy routine, giving yourself a small moment to rest.
And in English, you can say I relax or I take a break. Both very easy phrases.
Many people also change into comfortable clothes when they get home.
Yes, that's a very common part of the afternoon routine.
And you can say, I change my clothes, or I put on something comfortable.
Evening time after work is when many people do things they enjoy.
Exactly, hobbies, exercise, or just resting on the couch.
You can say, I go for a walk, I watch a show, or I listen to music.
All very simple, very real, and very useful for daily conversation.
Late afternoon is also a popular time for small chores.
Yes, like washing dishes, cleaning a little, or preparing things for the next day.
And you can say, I do chores or I clean my room, which are great beginner phrases.
After that, many people start thinking about dinner.
Dinner is such a comforting part of the daily routine.
Absolutely, it's a moment to relax, enjoy food, and slow down after a long day.
And in English, you can say, I make dinner or I have dinner.
Simple phrases that everyone can use.
What do you usually eat for dinner, Josh?
I like something warm, maybe soup or rice with vegetables.
That sounds really relaxing after a long day.
What about you? What do you like for dinner?
I enjoy simple meals too, maybe pasta or something quick but tasty.
Both great examples for learners.
Dinner time is also a moment when people talk with family or unwind from the day.
Yes, it's a gentle time, a good time to connect or just enjoy quiet moments.
And after dinner, the day starts moving toward its final part, the evening routine.
We'll talk more about bedtime and night habits next.
After dinner, most people like to slow down and enjoy some quiet time.
Yes, evening is a peaceful moment, a time to relax after everything you've done during the day.
Some people watch a show, some read a book, and others just sit and enjoy the quiet.
Exactly. And in English, you can say, I relax in the evening, or I watch something before bed.
Two very simple and very useful daily routine sentences.
Evening is also a time when many people prepare for the next day.
Yes, like choosing clothes for tomorrow or checking their schedule.
And you can say, I get ready for tomorrow, which is a great beginner phrase.
After relaxing a little, people usually start their bedtime routine.
Yes, bedtime is an important part of daily life.
Most people wash their face, brush their teeth, and change into comfortable clothes.
And the English is easy. I brush my teeth. I wash my face. I put on pajamas.
Exactly, all simple daily verbs.
So, what does your bedtime routine look like?
I like to keep it simple. I brush my teeth, wash my face, and then read for a few minutes.
That sounds very calm. I usually do the same, but sometimes I listen to soft music before sleeping.
That's lovely. And you can say, I listen to music before bed.
Another great sentence.
And finally, the day ends with going to sleep.
Yes, the simple phrase is I go to bed or I go to sleep.
Two of the most common daily routine sentences in English.
Daily routines are full of small actions, but these small actions help you learn 20 or 30 useful verbs.
Exactly. Verbs like wake up, brush, wash, eat, drink, walk, work, relax, clean, cook, and sleep.
All essential for beginner English.
Let's do a quick review of the most important daily routine vocabulary.
Great idea. Here are a few key phrases: wake up, brush my teeth, have breakfast, go to work.
And also, have lunch, finish work, relax, make dinner, go to bed.
All simple, all useful, and all perfect for English learners.
Daily routines are a great topic because everyone has one.
Yes, and that makes it easy to practice speaking with simple sentences.
Even one sentence like, I wake up at 7, helps build confidence.
Exactly. Small steps make a big difference in learning English.
And the more you talk about your day, the more natural English starts to feel.
We want our listeners to feel calm and comfortable using these words.
Yes, learning English doesn't need to be stressful. It can be simple and gentle.
Daily routine vocabulary is also great for conversations with new people.
Absolutely. You can ask, what time do you wake up? Or, what do you do in the evening?
Simple questions that help you connect with others.
And answering is easy too. Short sentences are perfectly fine.
Yes, you don't need long, difficult grammar.
Just clear, simple English that expresses your life.
Before we end, think about your own daily routine.
From morning to night, what do you normally do?
If you want, say one or two sentences out loud.
Even speaking quietly to yourself helps you learn.
And remember, every small practice moment makes your English stronger.
Thank you so much for joining us for today's episode.
We hope you enjoyed walking through a full day with us.
And we hope you learned some simple, helpful English you can use right away.
If you liked this lesson, please subscribe, like the video, and leave a comment.
Tell us one thing you do every day. We would love to hear from you.
Keep practicing, keep learning, and take good care of yourself.
We'll see you in the next episode.
Bye, everyone.
Bye till next time.